10 most expensive things Lewis Hamilton owns. Everybody knows the legend in the F1 sport, Lewis Hamilton. He is still racing at the age of 39 and is chasing the 8th record-breaking championship title. Hamilton is one of the most accomplished drivers in F1 history, having won the championship 6 times with Mercedes and once with McLaren in his second season in F1. All of this success pays off, and Hamilton is an athlete that loves to spend his money well. His net worth is at a whopping $285 million, and he sure does have the assets to prove his earnings. But there are some things that Hamilton owns that would shock you. Stick with us till the end of this video, as you might be surprised. At number 10 comes the Challenger 605 private jet. Well, it's not a surprise that the Briton owns a private jet. After all, why not? You have an entire plane to yourself and you could visit different continents in a matter of hours. It's not a novelty in the rich world for multimillionaires to own private jets, so Hamilton doesn't defy this habit. The price of this jet is over $20 million US, and of course, it has to be in red color. The Challenger 605 is considered the best business jet in its class, as it can fit 8 people along with 3 crew members inside it. However, Hamilton has one strict and weird rule, and that is every person who enters his jet needs to take his shoes off. What's more controversial about this jet is that Hamilton was able to run away from the luxury tax somehow, so he didn't pay it. Number 9. Penthouse in New York. Hamilton wouldn't be Hamilton without an apartment, and he surely owns a couple of them. However, owning an apartment in New York makes you even more wealthy than other millionaires. Hamilton owns a penthouse in Tribeca, New York, and many other celebrities like Bella Hadid and Meg Ryan reside in the neighborhood. The unit is the largest penthouse in the building, and Hamilton purchased it for $43.9 million, as Tribeca is known as the most luxurious part of Manhattan. With the penthouse containing 3 floors and an in-unit private elevator, you could see why it's worth so much. Number 8. The Mercedes-AMG Project 1 supercar. As a part of the Mercedes-AMG Petronas team, Hamilton does enjoy the presence of some luxurious cars. The Project 1 is a limited production hybrid sports car, as only 275 units were released on the market for the price of $2.72 million. All of the cars have been pre-sold, and people were giving 4 times the amount just so there are more Project 1 cars. However, Mercedes stated that they won't increase the production because they want to keep the exclusivity of the car. Number 7. Buying a hotel. Most celebrities like to spend their money on private islands or mansions, but Hamilton has invested in the hotel industry. He owns a hotel in Grenada in the Caribbean. The reason why Hamilton decided to purchase this hotel is because of his dad's heritage from this place. Therefore, he decided to invest in a hotel and make income from this place. He spent more than $30 million on a luxury beach resort that is owned by Grand Beach in Grenada. This little paradise gives Hamilton the luxury to relax whenever he can, basically for free, and even make money from the place. Number 6. Luxurious yacht. And it seems like we're missing a unit that almost every millionaire has. That's right, a luxurious yacht. And don't worry, Hamilton isn't the one that will vary from other millionaires at this point. Even though his car collection has a price of over $13 million, Hamilton enjoys spending money on different things too. The luxurious yacht is one of them, and although it's not one of the most expensive things in his collection, it's one of the most luxurious ones. Plus, it's the biggest one after the private jet, so appearance matters. The yacht costs around $3 million, and there is a large master cabin with a king-sized bed in it, a walk-in closet, and a huge bathroom. The yacht is 90 feet long, and all in all, it looks like Hamilton enjoys spending some quality time on it. It has been seen alongside Monaco and Nice, both of these being exclusive places in France. Hamilton has often held parties on his yacht, and we can only assume that he brags about it when people are asking him what else he owns apart from it. Not that F1 drivers wouldn't know per se, but new friends and people who get to meet him for the first time might learn a thing or two about his possessing. At number 5 on the list is, surprise surprise, yet another car. LaFerrari Limited Edition caused a bit of controversy for Hamilton, as they were his fiercest rivals on the track. However, Hamilton enjoys the presence of his car, and with all the rights does so as it's a limited edition, just like the Project One Mercedes. There are only 500 units available in the world, and each one costs around $5 million per unit. The car is worth every penny of the deal, as it has his name all over the interior and exterior of the car as a custom wish. You'd think that 2 cars are enough when it comes to vehicles, right? Well, you guessed wrong. The cars don't stop. And the number 4 on the list is the Pagani Zonda 760 LH. Pagani did the same as MV Agusta, as they did a limited edition car specifically for Lewis Hamilton. The car has a purple color both on the interior and the exterior part, along with a manual gearbox. The car is definitely something that Hamilton can brag about, and it cost him about $2.3 million. The car has a spectacular look, and with the luxurious purple color that Hamilton ordered for himself, one would think that he drives a spaceship. The car is currently stored in Hamilton's house in Monaco, so he could drive it when he's in this place. The number 3 on the list is yet another vehicle, but this one isn't a car or a motorbike. The Maverick X3 is a vehicle that allows Hamilton to enjoy his hobbies and is probably the one that is worth the least out of all the items he possesses. Nevertheless, the Maverick X3 is a buggy that could be bought from $17,500 up to $30,000 per unit. Knowing that Hamilton loves to spend money on luxurious things, it's most likely that he went all in and bought the $30,000 version of the vehicle. This turbocharged beast is exactly what Hamilton needs to release the stress from driving an F1 car, as he's probably destroying some muddy terrains when he feels like it. Number 2, the McLaren P1. Back to the cars we go. Hamilton won his first championship with McLaren, and what kind of a guy would he be if he didn't buy a McLaren car for his collection? Hamilton owns a McLaren P1. It's hybrid, and it's exactly what Hamilton loves about the sports cars: speed, extraordinary appearance, and expensive. It's one of the fastest and the most expensive cars that Hamilton owns, and its appearance just proves our point. The bright blue finish of the car makes it very unique, and it's something that Hamilton loves to do, making his possession unique in style. If you recall earlier in this video, we talked about his private jet being red in color. Well, the car is with blue and black elements both in the interior and exterior, with high quality leather in the interior and a gloss black wing mirror. The car does look like an actual beast, and reaching from 0 to 60 miles per hour is done in 2.4 seconds. The car has been bought at a price of $2.6 million, so it just goes to show that Hamilton's love for McLaren isn't one to joke around with. The last baby that comes at number 1 isn't a car, but a motorbike. The MV Agusta Dragster F4 LH44 is one of the few motorbikes that Hamilton owns. The custom MV Agusta Dragster has to be one of the unique ones that Hamilton has, and you probably guessed it by the LH44, which stands for Lewis Hamilton and his race number 44. There are only 3 motorbikes available of this kind, and one of them costs $120,000. It's nothing compared to the cars above, but for a motorbike, that is quite some expensive investment. Do you know any other luxurious things that Hamilton possesses apart from the ones that we discussed in this video? Let us know in the comments below.